All right, so welcome back. This is going to be part 3, basically, or part 2 of Big Chungus, the 928 track build. Um, it went bad, basically. Yeah, started leaking a lot of coolant out of the housing itself, which isn't good. So I already currently pulled it apart before I had the SD for my GoPro because I was doing some editing and I didn't have enough time to pull out the camera, but now I do. This is what it looks like so far. So, got the fan pulled out. Got the what's it called? The green wire disconnected. The radiator is disconnected on both sides. The radiator is still in the car. Took off the strut brace bar or the stabilizer bar. That's a top one, I guess. And then the worst part about it is if you see that right there, I have a broken bolt. I was trying to take it off nice and easy. I put some, what's it called? Something to help it out to come out, which a little bit of lubricant. To try to take it out, it just snapped right off. It was so dry, it just broke off. There's so much corrosion. The thermostat that was in there fell apart immediately after I tried to take it out. It was stuck in there. Had to grab a flathead and try to pull it out. It was just stuck in there. The whole cooling system, I should have low-key just checked it right off the bat rather than trying to start the car and get it running. Never overheated on me, so never had any issues with that. But, I mean, lo and behold, look at it. It's a mess of, whatever's going on. I have to figure out how I'm going to pull this apart. It's been leaking since, I think like a week ago. I haven't been driving it, so it's been sitting. So this is all because of it sitting. There's watermarks everywhere. Yeah, it's not good. It's been leaking power steering fluid. It kind of took a turn for the worse, I guess. But I mean, this is why I kept on driving it, because I wanted to make sure that it was going to run good. I got most of the things already sorted, basically. I got my the wires in there, so there's no spark issues. And while it's in here, I'm going to try to retime it again, just to make sure I have 100% power in the car. That's, the goal. I will be deleting my secondary air pump, which means I have to weld more on the exhaust, get rid of that crap, because, I don't need catalytic converters to be warmed up or whatever. I think that's what that's for, if I'm not mistaken. Power steering, like I said, is leaking terribly. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Because this car is so heavy, I have to run power steering. We got to figure that out. That's kind of like a thing, like, I don't know. If you guys want to comment about it, be like, should I run power steering? Should I not run power steering? Or if anybody knows any way of not running power steering, but having something. I know there's electric power steering, but nobody has a kit for it. And I'd have to design it. And at that point, I'd have to pull the motor to get everything, like, right. Because I know some people do the motor on the actual, what's it called? The steering column. I just don't know much about it. It'd be kind of hard to design my own thing. Which would be cool to start making parts for this car. But it'd be a lot of trial and error. What else do we got here? Just leaking coolant, basically, everywhere. This puddle was from, what's it called? The puddle you guys see right there. That's just from a couple days of it sitting. That's not me from like disconnecting the thermostat. That's how it literally just leaked out and it just became a puddle there. And the coolant is nasty. Like, it was in there for a couple weeks, and as you can tell, it looks like it has a crap ton of rust. So I think I'm gonna just have to keep flushing the car. I flushed it once, or I actually flushed it twice, and then actually put real coolant in it, and then it started working great. No overheating problems, no nothing. But yeah, that's like basically the whole thing right now. I was in my little reel. You guys could see the wheels. I had them left over from my Cayman, so they're on here right now. They actually fit pretty well. The rear the inner lip had to be pushed in a little bit. They are kind of wide still, though. It's not great for the power, because they did came off a Cayman S, and that was a little track build I had a long time ago. But yeah, the rears are pretty massive, coming in at, I think they're 275s? 295, so really, really big. I might change these. They're really good. I'm pretty sure they're Proxy's T1 Sports, so they're really good track tires. I ran them on the Cayman and I loved them. They weren't bad. but I kind of want to get 275, stretch them a little bit, make it a little bit easier for it. I got the dent to come out a little bit more too while I was pulling the fender, which is actually kind of great. I might get somebody to come over here and do some dent repairs on it just to fix it. Definitely. As I was doing this, I did figure out, if you guys look closely, right there, the original color is diamond blue. Somebody repainted this car, ruined it, in my opinion. Diamond blue is like a pretty car, like color. And I wish it was still diamond blue. That would match my 944, which I'm painting diamond blue because that's the original color of that car. But this won't be diamond blue anymore. I'm going to change it to something crazy because I have to make it outrageous just to get sponsors and stuff like that and make it look crazy so it stands out. Yeah, the rims will be on there. Like I was saying, I was talking to somebody in the comments about my little reel or short I was making, and we talked about me upgrading suspension and stuff like that. I do have half of the kit basically to do it. Here's my rear calipers sitting on the table over there. Those are 944 turbo rear calipers, which should bolt on. I have the rotors for it, which should bolt on according to people online. The only issue is they said it has to be S suspension, which this is an S. This is what it says on the title, but it doesn't have a 4.7 liter, so I don't really know if this is a real S. I know you can read the code on it, and I read the code. It's a 4.5. It's a 4.5 fuel injected, which is weird, but I guess I had a lot of those coming out back in the 80s. But I'll just have to figure this out slowly. It's going to be a lot. Yeah, hoping I can get fender, hood stuff. I need a new bumper. I looked at the bumper on the bottom. The clips are destroyed on it. So a new bumper. But we got a couple dents here. This side's the side that's messed up. The other side on the other side of the car is actually pretty good. Since it is going to be a track car, I was planning on not fixing the sunroof because I don't need it. But I will be welding this up all nicely, sanding it down, priming it up here, and we're going to paint it too. Same with the hatch. Exactly the same thing. I am looking at kits for it. The roll came out really nice back here. It like has a little bit of a flare. It's not too dented or too crazy. It came out pretty good. Honestly, for rolling it, for a couple hours, it didn't turn out as bad as I would think it was going to turn out. I thought I was going to ruin it, but didn't. So that's great. Car still starts right up, runs and drives perfectly. Interior looks exactly the same as we left it in the last video. Something crazy. There's a front lip right there. I don't know if that's going to come on this car. It's for an M2, but I was going to retrofit it, but it kind of looks dumb with it, so I'm not going to do it. But, yeah. It's going to be a long process of me trying to figure this out. I think it's going to sit in here. There's going to be like 4 parts of this. I am contemplating pulling the whole motor, which is a crazy feat in itself, but I had to replace the clutch discs. The clutch feels terrible on this car. Well, the more I get into it, the worse it gets. That is metal. It is rusted completely through. It is where it was leaking mainly from. On that side, that's all metal pipe that goes to my reservoir for the coolant. This is terrible. This car is becoming worse and worse as it goes. I got my distributor cap off and the wires are out of the car already. Got a lot of stuff disconnected. I got to take off the oil feed tank, and then we can take this off. There's a strip bolt back there, which is great. Not great, but not too bad. I'm gonna start removing the secondary air pump because might as well do this right now. Delete the AC compressor, taking that out too. So those 2 things will be out of the car. What else are we doing? I think that's about it. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. Got a lot of stuff cut out for me, but at least the AC lines will be a pain in the ass to take out. But yeah, got the MAP sensor out. Got to figure out a way to get rid of this stupid filter and just do the inlet filters on the side right here, since I'll have more space without the AC stuff. Yeah.
Look, saint versus sinners, the poor versus riches, top ramen place versus 5-star dinners. Wonder why I fit in, the humblest beginnings. Had to take some losses before I saw my first winnings. Silver line grinning, poverty line thinning.
Here, no more of that. Just got to get this AC compressor out of here, and then we'll set. Pretty sure I have to replace the tensioner. There's so much oil everywhere over there now. I know it's kind of hard to see, but so much oil. So much oil. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually kind of nice. Get to work on more stuff over there. Got to delete that. Got to fix this leak right here from my power steering. Getting closer and closer. I kind of got distracted from fixing the coolant leak to more deleting stuff to make this more of a race car. Because, you know, less shit here. The easier it's going to be to work on. So that's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, I got to do the plug delete in the back for the back of the heads. They have like part of the rail here for this stuff needs to be deleted. So I'll be doing that next. That's a lot of work. You can use 2006 Cayenne Turbo drain plugs. They go on the back to do the secondary air pump delete. Yeah, that's about it for this thing, though. I'm going to keep putting it back on time lapse, and you guys will keep seeing me roll around and fixing this thing. I might split this up into 3 parts just because, you know, why not? Videos are being way too long, and I know people don't want to watch a 30-minute video of me grinding at a car, even though I'm not really doing anything or showing too much. It's more like a vlog style stuff of what I'm going to do. I do want to take off the intake manifold. Super tempted to. Want to repaint it in black, make it all nice and pretty. I know, it's a race car, but high temp paint on it will, you know, in theory, help it out. Probably won't do anything, just make it look pretty. But, you know, I still want to pop the hood and be like, oh yeah, I worked on my engine. It looks nice. Might do that, might not. I did it to my 944. It looked a lot better. I don't know if I performed any better, but I know temperature's kind of like a thing with intake manifolds. But I don't think it's really going to do anything. Maybe like 1 degree or half a degree, but who knows? It probably doesn't do anything. But yeah, back at it. I guess I'm going to try to make this a tutorial basically. But to get rid of the secondary air pump, you got 2 bolts here holding the air part of it, the air where the filter goes. It's just 2 little 10mm bolts. And you got this big 13mm bolt. And then right below it is the AC compressor has a bracket going right here on the bottom part. You can see it right there. It has a 13mm bolt. You pull that out and you can take the whole thing out. Here's the little bracket I was talking about. 13mm bolt. That comes out. You got an air line that goes up here. That's just a flathead screwdriver. And then an air line to the secondary air pump. How I did it was twisted it, turned it around, and popped it back out, and it came right out with everything attached. I disconnected this after I unbolted it because you can't get to the flathead on that. And then there's 2 10mm bolts here. They go one behind this valve right here, one right here. Pull that off. You can pull this whole thing off. Make sure to keep the bolts and don't lose them. They hold your fuel injector grounds, so I'll just bolt it back up with the fuel injector grounds. I would clean behind the grounds just to make sure the car runs better with it. And then after that, there's a hose that leads all the way to the back over here that goes to the exhaust system. Part of the secondary air pump system is kind of a pain in the butt, but it goes into the exhaust system to the catalytic converters to, I think it's warm them up. That's how it is in the BMWs. I don't know if it's the same as this one, but I've done this twice already. But yeah, I'll hit you guys up with an update a little bit. Yeah, here's that rail. Got it all out. Like I said, there's 2 bolts right there, right there. There's a vacuum line. I would cap the vacuum line off. I think this one goes right here. So it's pretty easy to cap off. I have to get a cap for that in a little bit. See what else got. I got the hose that I was talking about disconnecting right there. There's more to it back down there. I'll probably film more of that. But here's my first ground. And here's your second ground. It looks like they are corroded, so I'm going to clean off the surface on that, make it contact better. Car should run way better without this stupid ground area here, because I don't know why I put this on top of the grounds. Performance makes it worse, but yeah, that should be about it. Okay, so I got this thing blocked off, all kind of ghetto. There's just a nut and half a vacuum line in there. I'll get a proper one later. There's a 10mm bolt back there, if you can see that. It has like a little like filter back there, or whatever that is. It's like a resonator. Something, I don't know. There's a 10mm line on that. Then there's a 2 10mm on the bottom, and then, you know, it connecting to the cat. You cut those off and you pull those off. Those 2 bolts I was talking about, or these 2, those are for the cold start. fuel injector, so you can delete that. And then I would just do the vacuum pump, right? Like just somehow put it back into the intake manifold. So I'm still working on that. I think I'm gonna leave the cold start there for now, and I might delete it later, just because it's a pain in the butt. And I kind of just, want to concentrate on the things that need to be done right now. Whoops, just throwing things around here. But yeah. So since that's done now, I'm gonna concentrate on getting the air compressor gone, cutting this off. So I'm gonna take a grinder, cut it off, make it all nice and flush. Be careful, the motor's still inside. Most people pull the motor and do this. I'm doing this inside the car. It's kind of ghetto stuff to do, but I want to make this flush. Gonna do the electric fan. Gonna get a Chinese radiator. I know, a Chinese radiator. Who's gonna be scared of it? But I'm gonna test it. I'll review it, tell you guys how it goes. Anybody that else owns a 928 might want to know that, because I know there's not much reviews on random stuff. I'm getting new silicone hoses for this thing. What else are we gonna do? Yeah, right now I think my main worry is about this coolant leak, because I kind of want to get this back together and get it running again, just to keep testing it, keep trialing it. Got the 2 belts for it. This one and the other one, which I have no clue where. Oh, it's right here. I'm just blind. That one. I think that's about it right now. Those are the 2 new belts. I'm no longer going to be using a fan. That's why I deleted that thing. So the fan's on the floor. I'll just go electric. So much easier. You delete those 3 bolts. That comes all off. I don't have to have the secondary air pump. Neither do I need, what's it called? I think it's a secondary air pump, and the fan are hooked up via that. I know there's a way to do it without, you can still put the OEM fan in, but it's just a challenge and a half, because there's no tensioner anymore. So you have to get a really tight fitting belt on there and then bolt it back on. It's just not worth it. But yeah, let's see how much more I got to work on this thing. Yeah, it's already almost 11 o'clock, so, and we still haven't even started the main problem. I've been doing other stuff, but race car.
Sides I know, no such thing as playing both sides I know.